It may not be something that most people think about, but the end of daylight saving time can mean a rise in the number of pedestrian accidents. The time change happens this year on November 1st, and Montgomery County Police want pedestrians and drivers to be aware.
We realize that we're in a time of the season where we do see a rise in pedestrian collisions. So we try to combat that with education, enforcement, and we try to go proactive with things like this.
Last year in Montgomery County, there were close to 500 pedestrian crashes. 14 of those were fatal. Statistics show that pedestrians walking around dusk are nearly 3 times more likely to be struck by cars in the days following the end of daylight saving time.
Everybody has a role in traffic safety: pedestrians, bicyclists, and vehicles. As far as pedestrians are concerned, some easy steps are wear things that might be more visible when it gets darker out. Even to the extremes of wearing a vest, that could help. And I get that those are tough things to sometimes do for going to work and things like that, but trying to remain as visible as possible is one thing. 2, use sidewalks when they're available and walk there and not in the roadway. And when you do have to cross the roadway, try to get to a lighted intersection or a marked crosswalk.
And third, avoid distracted walking. Councilmember Evan Glass says with the time change that is happening, everybody needs to be aware of their surroundings.
If you are a pedestrian, maybe take the earbuds out, look around, and just be aware of when you're crossing the street. I always try to make eye contact with the driver so that I know that we see each other. And let's see what we got here. We have one car stopped and another's going to keep going. You need courage to be able to do this. And it is so important because we can't presume that drivers are seeing everybody who's on the street. It's unfortunate to say, but that's just a reality.
The county and state have invested in improving intersections with the installation of hawk beacon signals and rapid flashing beacons. McBain says that folks should be aware that police will be out on the roads enforcing traffic laws to keep our streets safe.
We do enforcement for not only the pedestrian moves, but also more often we try to address enforcement with the drivers. And so we, like the intersection we are here at Turkey Branch Parkway, we go out and we start monitoring whether vehicles are stopping at these rapid flashing beacons, and also if they're stopping at the hawk signals. And so, in addition, sometimes we have officers posing as pedestrians and actually going out into the roadway. And when we see a violation, we make the stop and cite it.
So even though you're getting an extra hour of sleep, Councilmember Glass says to remember those extra Z's come with accountability.
There is an extra responsibility, clearly, that pedestrians have to take, but for drivers as well, please take your eyes away from your phone, away from your radio. Focus on the road and make sure that when you're in a heavily pedestrian area or anywhere, quite frankly, that you are keeping your eye on the road and looking out for pedestrians.
Reporting from Rockville, I'm Susan Kenedy.